They're sending people that have lots of problems, and they're bringing those problems with us. They're bringing drugs, they're bringing crime, they're rapists. I love Mexico. I love the Mexican people.
Common sense. They don't want these people, so they send them to the United States because the United States is run by stupid people. Some are good and some are rapists and some are killers.
My name is Landy. I was born in Mexico. I'm not familiar with our hometown anymore. I continue to say that Mexico is my home, but I guess here is actually my home because this is all that's in my memory and my knowledge. So I came over with my mom. I remember that when we would walk, there was a guy that would carry me on his shoulders. So when we were crossing, I was 5, I think. So I didn't really think about what was going on or anything. But now that my mom has been retelling her stories about coming, and she was really scared. Then we got here. My dad was waiting for us, and I remember when I first hugged him. I think that's my first memory with my dad when we got here. I have 2 sisters. They're 10 and 7. My mom's been talking to me about how I've been her biggest concern because with my sisters, they can have whatever grades. If they're not the best at school, that's totally fine. But they get more help here as citizens. I'm DACA, which means I have a work permit and a social security number. I've focused a lot on school. That's been like my big thing. For my freshman year, I started with AP classes and honors classes and all that. So throughout high school, I had awesome grades, I guess. I was able to graduate with a 4.3, I think, and I was salutatorian. So I visited places and I applied to a lot of places and I got accepted. I was offered like full tuitions, but they were out of state places, so I'd be paying the room and board, which was the same thing as going to where I go. And here I got to stay close to home and help my mom and everything. I feel like it would have been a million times easier if I were a U.S. citizen because of my GPA and my grades. But because I'm not, with DACA, although it does allow me to go to school, I can't receive any type of financial or federal aid. But it would, like, our whole lives would be different if we were citizens.
When was the last time you saw your grandma?
No, it was 07.
What, 3 months ago?
Yeah.
And ask her when the last time she saw her grandma.
When was the last time when you saw your grandma?
15 years ago.
No.
How does that make you feel?
Kind of sad.
Kind of sad? Do you wish she had papers?
Yeah.
Do you wish that the government was nicer?
Yeah.
To her? You think so? Okay, I'm done. Thank you.
So not seeing my family in all these years, it's heartbreaking when I stop to think about it. But I know it's worse for my parents because they've been away from them longer and they've known them longer. When both my parents were here and I was with my grandparents up until 5 years old, they were raising me, but I don't have a lot of memories from them. So I do miss them, and whenever I see my friends and their families, it's like this whole thing that it's I haven't had that with my mom alone before. My sister, and when she separated from my dad, she would cry like every day. It wasn't until recently that she stopped, but she would cry because she'd miss her mom, because she's the one that's has Parkinson's, which is why I got into neurology and everything. Under this administration, we've seen the fueling of hatred that everyone thought was gone. I think stereotypes kind of contradict themselves, because I've heard that at least for Mexicans that we're lazy, but then it's like we're taking your jobs.
Immigrants, they don't steal people's jobs. They take the jobs that no one else wants to take.
Exactly. These include jobs where you have to be out in the sun from 7 to 7 p.m.
Okay, so there was this little boy, right? And he was like, "You're stealing someone's job." How selfish can you be to be like, you don't deserve that?
A lot of other jobs, they require Social Security, which some parents don't have.
I feel like immigrants still have to fight day to day here to get by. We're not trying to take anything for free. Like, immigrants earn their living. People throughout his campaign and everything were taking it as a joke, but I started to feel the worry from the first second I heard about it, because I was pretty sure there were a lot more people that would support him than we thought. He's definitely brought out the worst in people. The lives of immigrants, I feel, are very, very complex. We're incredibly grateful to have the slight opportunity to continue. I think the people who believe and continue the stereotypes don't stop to consider anything else. A lot of people do want to move forward, but it's hard when, at least to me, I feel like the people who have the most power are the ones who are hiding their hatred.
What we ask for is compassion. These humans who take life or death type of risks leave all they know behind for a possibility of a little safety, whether it be physical or financial. Humans who earn their living day to day. We ask for compassion from American citizens who were luckily born in a better country. I don't ask for everyone to like my culture, my skin tone, my language, or me. All I hope for is a time where I am respected as a human and given the power to decide where my life goes based on my character and my intellect, and without a limitation due to my place of birth.